This guy is a genius. He knows how to create horror on screen. More importantly, he knows how to present horror. I just watched the Werewolf trailer and oh my god, that was absolutely insane. Absolutely beautiful. And I was excited for this movie from the very first day it was announced. But after watching this trailer, my excitement has reached another level. After the trailer, I did a little research and realized that Robert Eggers isn't going to give us the usual werewolf story. A man transforms into a werewolf every full moon, people hunt him with silver bullets, and that's it. No. Robert Eggers is exploring medieval European folklore, and that's what makes this movie so fascinating. In medieval folklore, a werewolf wasn't just a monster, it was believed to be a curse. Sometimes it was seen as divine punishment from God. Sometimes it was linked to witchcraft, sin, or demonic influence. People back then didn't see werewolves as fantasy. They believed they could actually exist. That opening scene in the trailer where an old man takes young Aaron Taylor Johnson's character into the cave and then we see those strange rituals. I think that's probably the moment where he receives the curse. Maybe it's because of a sin he committed. Although we don't get to see the complete transformation yet, there is a shot where he is beginning to transform, but they cut away before revealing it. And honestly, I love that. Not because the monster is hidden, but because Robert Eggers wants us to understand the story before he gives us the spectacle. That's something I've always admired about his films. For him, horror has never been just about the creature, it's about the world the creature belongs to. Every myth has a history, every monster has a culture, every fear comes from people who once believed it was real. That's what makes Robert Eggers different from almost every other horror director today. He doesn't reinvent folklore, he spends years researching the language, the history, the architecture, the religion, and the beliefs of that time so that when the horror finally appears, it doesn't feel like fiction. It feels like you have traveled back in time and you are witnessing a nightmare exactly as people believed it centuries ago. That's why The Witch worked so well. It wasn't just a movie about a witch, it felt like stepping into the fears of a Puritan family in the 1600s. The horror came from their beliefs as much as the witch herself. And now he's doing the same thing with werewolves. Instead of making another Hollywood werewolf movie, he's going back to the medieval roots of the legend. Back to a time when people genuinely believed a curse could turn a man into a beast. Personally, I love folk horror, and we already know Robert Eggers is a master of it because of The Witch. The werewolf genre has been waiting for someone like him. Someone who doesn't see the werewolves as just another movie monster, but as a piece of folklore with centuries of history behind it. That's why this trailer excites me so much. Not because it's another werewolf movie, but because it's Robert Eggers' werewolf movie. And I honestly can't think of a better filmmaker to bring this ancient nightmare back to life. Yeah, these were my thoughts on the werewolf trailer and why I think Robert Eggers is one of the most fascinating horror filmmakers working today. Let me know what you thought about the trailer. Are you as excited as I am, or do you have a completely different take? Let us know in the comments, and as always, may the cinema be with you.